G'day everyone, it's Justin and Scott, two dads again from Room Australia, coming to you today from a 2017 Kia Rio. Now mate, the Kia Rio has just had a bit of an upgrade in Australia. It's the 4th generation model now that's come out.
Okay.
So I thought we'd have a look at something probably a little bit more affordable, I guess. We've been driving a lot of high-end cars lately, so hey, we want to see what the bottom end's like as well, I suppose. So,
yep.
I've had a quick drive of the car. What are your driving impressions so far?
I'm always very excited about this segment. Like, it's very competitive, right? The price point we're talking about and what they can pack into a car like this.
Yeah.
And it's really is the great value part of the market. First impressions are very good. Outside styling's really good. Sitting in the car, all of a sudden you realise you've not got all the features you've got on some of the cars, you know, a 30k price point, but it's really got what it needs. And driving it, it's I've got to say, the steering and the suspension, I mean, we just went over a whole lot of bumps back there. It's a terrible road we're on right here. It's riding really nicely.
Yeah. And that, I think, boils down to what Kia do with most of their cars now. So like, they Australian tune their cars for the conditions. They get the engineers to, you know, drive the cars in Australia and make the suspension rates and everything. And it has paid off. I mean, it's a car that, I mean, all right, it's not a sports car by any means, but you flick it through some corners and it's composed. It does it really, really well.
Yep.
So, yeah,
certainly
that's
the steering,
impressive.
you point and it just shoots off in that direction. It feels really
right.
good. I think if the other manufacturers aren't all doing that with, you know, the suspension and the steering for Australian conditions, they're crazy, because this has made a really big difference to all the Kia cars that we've reviewed recently.
I mean, this thing to me just screams value for money, isn't it? I mean, for a car that I think the price at the moment, $19,090. This is the base model, the S. And the thing with Kias too, you've got a bit of a consumer advice, I suppose. Watch out for their, you know, occasional drive away programs. This particular car, the automatic Kia Rio S, currently is $17,490 drive away.
Wow.
So for 17,000 and a half, it's really good value for money, I reckon. You know, some of the features you get in this thing, like, you know, we were saying before, video playback on the screen here. You know,
Yep.
It's got Bluetooth.
You're saying Apple, it's got Apple CarPlay and
Android Auto
Drive
as well. Yeah, that's right. Auto headlights. Mate, yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's great to really experience the bottom of the line, like when you're doing test drive and stuff, to understand what comes in the base model, and then work out where that sweet spot is, because quite a few of the cars have 4, 5, 6 different models in the same car, and it's, I think, one of the hardest things is working out where is that value for you, because different people want different things. Some people might want the top of the line because of the fast engine. Other people want just, you know, some leather seats or something which might be in the mid sort of zone. So I think it's a good part to start with the base model car, and then work out what do you get as standard, and then where's the value for you.
Yeah, what features you want to get, and then you can see how that affects your budget and just go up from there, isn't it? So yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, mate, I found the driving position was pretty good. Adjustable,
agree with you.
Everything like that, it's quite good. Headroom's good. Visibility, it's not too bad. You've got pretty big C-pillars in the back, but then again, you've got the parking sensors, so it's not too bad. How did you find it?
Yeah, really comfortable sitting in this car. The seats don't have a lot of support, but they're not too bad. But yeah, the actual dash and it is a lot of hard surfaces. It is a little bit more budget, but really do like the layout.
I like the contrast here too. Like, this is like a silver as a over the black sort of thing. That doesn't look too bad, does it? So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So on the whole, I think they've done a really good job.
Yeah.
And I think, to your point, this one being the base model, it's incredible the value that's in this car. I think the only criticism I think is at the moment is probably just in terms of the gearbox, and in terms of just takeoff. There's not much.
Yeah.
Where, you know, I'm just putting my foot down here at the moment, and we're not really going anywhere fast. So I think that's the only criticism.
Yeah, mate. The Rio that we're in today, I mean, all the Rios now come with a in Australia a 1.4 litre 4-cylinder, 74 kilowatts, 6,000 RPM, and 133 newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. So it's not overly endowed with power and torque. But the thing that does sort of unfortunately let it down is that 4-speed automatic.
Yep.
Most other cars in the sort of segment, I suppose, have 6-speed auto. Maybe Toyota Yaris doesn't. It's still got a 4-speed auto. But you know what? If this car had a 6-speed auto, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah,
wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's the only downside for me. I think.
Yeah.
Thinking of it as this price point. Other than that, this car ticks all the boxes.
Yep.
I think that's the bit it's missing.
Yeah, and that does affect the fuel economy too. Like 6.2 litres per 100 kilometres combined. And I think if it had the more gears in the automatic, you'd actually bring that down a little bit more too, wouldn't you? So, yeah. Mate, another feature I found good in the base model, I suppose. It doesn't come with alloy wheels. It comes with plastic hubcaps. Now, I don't know about you, but if you scrape an alloy wheel or something like that, you want to replace it. Geez, you're up for big bucks, aren't you?
No one does. You live with it forever, right? Once it's scratched, mostly. Yeah.
But if you've got hubcaps, how cheap is it just to replace a hubcap when it comes time to sell the car? The car's going to look schmicko, isn't it? Yeah.
Very
So
good
that's
point.
really good. So it's got a lot of good safety features in it as per standard. ABS, stability control, reverse parking sensors are standard on the car. It's got the rear camera as standard as well on the base model, but it doesn't have auto autonomous braking just yet. I think that's probably coming later in the year. But you also get, like you said, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. There's a couple of USB ports front and rear as well, which is good for a trip. But I think as you were alluding to before, mate, it's probably not the best car to go on a long country trip. It's a good city car.
Well, when we sat in the back just earlier, and there's a bit of space, right? So for a short trip for 2 adults, no problems at all in the back. And for a bit longer trip, you could do kids in the back. But I think there's a bit of boot space. There's enough. Probably a little bit more than some of the other cars in this range have.
Yeah.
So the boot space is quite good. So I think it's a city car, isn't it? It's
it's
short
a city
trips.
car.
It's around the just day-to-day little bits and pieces, jumping out to do stuff. It'll do that really well.
Yeah. And the other thing about it too, I guess, is the 7-year warranty on Kias. That's the best in the industry, isn't it? 7 years. The cap price servicing on this car over 7 years, $2,440 odd or something.
That is incredible.
That's cheap.
Yep.
Cheap
What a
motor.
compelling argument to buy a car with 7-year warranty.
Yeah.
That sort of cheap ownership cost over 7 years is crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Scott, you've had a drive of the new Rio. Give us your thoughts.
Very excited to drive the base model in a really competitive price point today.
Yeah, see what you get for your money, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a real credit to the manufacturers, like Kia, to what they can produce in a budget package.
And how much they put into a car.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they've got this right. I think they've got the right combination between, some of the tech in terms of, Apple CarPlay. They've got good screen in there. It's got plenty of features. They've got plenty of good safety features. The feel of the car inside, it looks reasonably good. There's good practicality. It's got a good sized boot. And I think the only downside was really that 4-speed automatic gearbox. It just didn't have a lot of boot. When you put the foot down on the accelerator, it just misses a little bit.
Mate, I agree. That's the only thing that lets this car down is that 4-speed auto. I think if it had something a bit more modern to couple with the engine, it'd be brilliant package. Brilliant package.
Other than that, full kudos to Kia for putting a lot in a small little package. Very impressed.
No, I agree. I mean, it's like I said before. I think it's a car you're going to buy with your head, not your heart. But value for money wise, geez, it's hard to beat. You got a 7-year warranty. $2,400 servicing for the 7 years that you own the car. And some of the features you get in this car, compared to $30,000-$40,000 cars, you're getting stuff in it. It's really, really good. I'd rate it. And the tuning they've done with the suspension, I like it. It's pretty good. So,
it's nice to drive around, absolutely.
But that last question we always ask, mate, is it the kind of car that you're going to
look back at?
When you drop it off at the airport?
I've got to say, I've got to say, small cars are notoriously harder to design and make stand out a bit. I think they've done a really good job with the styling of this car.
Yeah, the front of it actually looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah.
Very, very good. But as I'm walking away from this car, I'm probably not inclined to look back at it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think white does it any favours too, does it? So
That's right.
it you know, blends in a bit too much with everything else on the road. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, all right.
But it's a great package.
Yeah. Just want to put out a great big thank you to our friends at Kia Australia for the loan of the Rio this week, and thank you to everybody else out there. I think we're 300,000 views now, which is
great.
Ridiculous. So yeah, I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody, and yeah, we'll keep bringing you some more cars. We've got some exciting cars coming in the next few weeks, so we'll talk to you soon. See you
Thanks.
later.